crewman who has been involved in such an incident, and they have done so. So that puts Zane Smith, Truck Series champ, behind the wheel of the number 51 for Rick Ware Racing. So the much anticipated return of Chase Elliott. Boy, Josh Berry did a great job in that number 9. He was signed during the winter as the standby driver for Hendrick Motorsports in case they needed a relief driver. Did a great job, but you see he's not suited up, not planning to be in the car today, and as Jamie said, probably not tomorrow.
You know, obviously it was unfortunate with Chase's injury, but it was very fortunate for Josh Berry. He took advantage of that opportunity. You know, learned a little bit in Vegas, but from then on, it was lights out for him. Great opportunity in this car. First class organization. They were at their peak, right? All the Hendrick cars are extremely fast right now. Couldn't have fitted a better time for him, and he sure capitalized, especially Don. And Richmond was awesome. Just did a fantastic job, and very proud of him and happy for him.
So he will race tonight in the Xfinity race, but is on standby for the number 9 should Chase need relief at any point in the weekend. And, you know, we just don't know. We know how bones heal. That is pretty predictable when you break a bone such as the tibia, one of the bones in one of your shin bones in your lower leg. What we don't know is how the surrounding tissue and the muscles will heal and respond. That's just not as cut and dry as a bone healing from a fracture.
Yeah, but I talked to Chase, and honestly, it was a pretty run-of-the-mill wound. You know, he said a lot of those, that's why he elected actually to get the surgery in Colorado and stay in Colorado around the doctor that did the surgery and work with some of the best rehab facilities there is, or right there, because of skiing accidents and things like this. 6 weeks, man. You know, I knew when he broke that leg and I heard about it, I was like, well, about 6 weeks, that's what it's going to take, right on the dot.
Well, it's gone by pretty fast. Well, obviously, his timing and his sense of how wide that car is are pretty awesome, as they were.
I don't know about that. If you wouldn't have put your finger in between there, I can promise you that. No. Maybe not even slid a piece of paper in there. Doesn't look like there's a scratch on it, though.
Tyler Reddick is fastest. Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez, and Kyle Busch are the fast 5 right now.
Different colors for Kyle Busch. Still hard to get used to him in that 8 car, but man, have they been impressive this year.
Well, I was watching the truck race last night in which he competed, and I'm going, boy, I said to the fellow sharing a table with us at the airport, I said, a little hard getting used to seeing him back in a Chevrolet after all these years, but
flip side of that, look at Reddick in the 45. You know, roles reversed. Now he's the beast in the 45, not Kurt Busch. One thing I noticed watching Kyle and all these cars go around there, look how low the air pressure is. That left rear's really squatting, getting off the corners.
So it really wasn't a ride swap exactly, Reddick for Busch. Reddick drives for a different team than Busch did. Look at the low air pressure in that left rear. But
that's low.
You know, one went from being a factory Toyota driver to a factory Chevrolet driver, supported Chevrolet driver, and vice versa. Ross Chastain goes to second on the board. How many times this weekend will we replay the Hail Melon on the final lap?
Well, that's certainly the first one, but you're going to do it as many times as possible because it's warranted. It's deserved. The courage it took to do that. That kid, hey, he got criticized quite a bit last year for making some bold moves on the racetrack. And if that didn't work, it'd have been even worse for him.
Yes.
But he still had the courage to go ahead and do it. It did work. It put him in the championship 4 and gave him an opportunity to go race for a championship. And it knocked, moreover, the best part is it knocked Denny Hamlin, the guy that he'd been into it with all year, out of the championship. So
And that lap,
crazy.
that Hail Melon lap was 2 seconds faster than cars are running right now. Ross says, I don't think I'd want to have to try that again. And NASCAR said, don't worry, you're not going to try that again. And neither is anybody else.
And the look he has on his face right there is exactly what he looked like after that race when Ross knocked him out of that. No one could believe that. I was on the back straightaway actually watching this race with my family and saw that firsthand. Just an unbelievable thing that happened in racing and truly changed the game forever. Not very often you see rules being changed because of somebody's action, and that boy made one.
And that's who went on to win the championship, Joey Logano.
Track's actually putting some black down on the racetrack. Got some rubber down on both ends already. It's what you want to see. You want to see good racing here. You need to have that rubber buildup. You see it right there where the right sides are. Middle of the corner. You also saw Kevin reaching up and turning his brake fans on right there.
Hard for me to think, Clint, this is the next to last time we will see Kevin Harvick race at Martinsville.
Really good at this racetrack. Always kind of a hit or miss for him over the years. I've, was his teammate quite a few of those years. And, he's been in victory lane. He's struggled here. He's been all over the place. I think it's been a love-hate relationship. But one thing I am noticing, you can see them shifting third to fourth. See down to third. See it on his dash right there. Follow along here. He's going to come off the corner. That right glove's going to go over into fourth. Hit the rev limiter a little bit. That red, the gauge, or excuse me, the instrument cluster going red was a rev limiter. A little late on his shift.
Next week will be his 800th career start. That's quite a milestone.
Ringing that baby out.
This is off the front bumper of Ryan Blaney, who is 12th fastest in this session. He's only run 5 laps. Looks like everybody's been running long runs with the exception of Blaney, Noah Gragson, and Todd Gilliland. Could you imagine being here in, let's say, the golden era of NASCAR, say the 1980s, and telling all those drivers, all right, one of these days you're going to come in here and you're going to shift 4 times every lap?
They'd have never believed you.
No, of course not.
Very impressed with Tyler Reddick. Fast car. Harvick, another one. So far, so good. Both of those cars, solid.
All right, here's the new rule. Every time we show the Hail Melon, all the fellows in the replay room and in the production truck have to eat a Martinsville hot dog. But don't you love it? And the hot dogs are good, too.
So awesome.
Ross Chastain, the Melon Man. That's how he got into the final round of the playoffs, right there, right here.